Guys, this means a lot. I didn't plan on saying anything after that, but as a Muslim in Oklahoma who has felt, just like you, that our faith has been under attack in this very building. We're not far from here, just down the hall. Last year on October 26th, I believe it was, that another elected official pointed the finger at me and Imam Imad and Chasi and called us, falsely asserted that we are terrorists. This right here means a lot, so thank you.
The reality is everybody's a person and they need to be treated like a person. That's the most pressing issue because that's the issue that causes government attempts at hate and discrimination.
Well, it's pretty obvious given the current bent of the administration on demonizing Muslims as terrorists broadly that it's important to show that Muslims, like any other religious members of the community, are Americans, and they are law-abiding, they are contributing members of the community, they are our neighbors and our friends. And so it's important to be here and show that solidarity.
Well, I think what's really powerful about what's happening today is that there are legislators here who are meeting their Muslim constituents who probably have never met a Muslim before. There are legislators here today who are hearing concerns from their Muslim constituents who have never thought about these concerns, who are learning new things that they've never considered and looking at different points of view. And these are the people who set the policy that determines the future of the entire state. So we're seeing a broadening of the base of information that our lawmakers have when they go and do their very important work. And so it's so important that we're educating our lawmakers and learning from them in the process about how we can be better at being civically engaged.
I think it's important to attend these types of events in particular, but the Muslim Day at the Capitol, because of the current environment. I think it is imperative that all of us come together in supporting each other, particularly to speak to this new movement that seems to want to denigrate people who are different. This Muslim Day at the Capitol really represents coming together of different groups. It represents a demographic that has long been taken for granted. And so now I believe it's important that we continue this type of event, Muslim Day at the Capitol, because it speaks to the very idea of what this nation is based upon. And so the voice of Muslims, as the voice of any other demographic, any other minority group, needs to be heard. And so I think it's ultimately important that we hear that voice and that we join in relationships to help each other to make sure that America fulfills its obligation.
So I thank you all for standing today. I thank CAIR for standing up, and the fight is just gonna get harder. And I hope you understand that God Almighty is the provider, that God Almighty is the sustainer, that God Almighty is a God of justice, and He will be with us every step of the way. Thank you. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.